Right, so I'm thinking that I should be making a stand-up video. So these are kind of bit more amazing than that. So I do have got this board, a little board, and I can show you this. Like, I don't know why it's blurring. I have to actually turn off the blur mode. But yeah, in the future videos when we'd be using these board, then we'd be doing that. Okay, but just for sake, it just looks cool when everything goes blurred out and you're in focus mode. Well, the thing is that we have again shifted the Selvinx. Come on. And I don't know if I have told this in the previous video, but yeah, this is how exactly we are gonna do the things, and how we have actually managed to take the turns. Well, this is a better location than that. So the thing is like that we have decided to go in two directions. Okay, so Selvinx is a web consulting agency, you can say. It's not an agency, basically. It's like it gives you the web consultants that can guide you throughout this. Okay, so we do this, we do give this diagnosis for anyone. I think I am literally yapping, so I'm just gonna cut short. So what we are building in Selvinx is simple. For anyone who is having the leakage of more than $50,000 in their website, we are going to detect that, and then that thing will be called diagnosis. Okay, and that diagnosis can be turned into the execution or the build, like the diagnosis and then the after steps, the next step what you have to take. We can give that build as well. So the main thing is the diagnosis, that is our core offer, and then it would be an upsell towards the build. Okay, that build means that high tech and optimize, using the entire diagnosis in order to execute what we found in diagnosis and fill up those gaps completely. That's what we're gonna do. The two directions I said were simple, is that Kaf and Muhib, they are going to go for cold. Okay, so cold one-on-one prospecting, it means it includes the emails, the calls, and everything in between, DMs and everything like that. Okay, so they're gonna go for the cold one, and whereas me and Ajan, we are gonna build a personal identity architecture, or aka personal brand. We're gonna build that, and we are gonna start from the one platform, and we have chosen that for now to be the LinkedIn. Okay, because that's where our target audiences are. They're not on Instagram. They are on Instagram, but they are very less there. So that is one of the reasons we have chosen the LinkedIn. And once we build that entire thing, the target we have set is 1,000 posts and 1,000 interactions. It means we have to drop the 1,000 comments, which have to be ours, which have to be uniquely composed in such a way that they are reflecting ourselves, and they have intent, goal, and outcome, right? That's, in simple words, we can say that. Similarly, the post would be having the intent, goal, and outcome as well. That's how things work. And after completing those 1,000 posts on LinkedIn, alongside that, we would be repurposing the best performing ones onto one other social platform, and that could be either Twitter or maybe Instagram or maybe YouTube. It can be any of the platform that we would be thinking about. Okay, so I might be posting videos on Selvinx's main YouTube channel. You might be able to see me there as well. That's how we're gonna navigate. And we are going to basically take the people who really need our diagnosis, and we are going to give them our diagnosis for a quotation that is something maybe around $1,500, and we are gonna promise, like, if we don't find any like problem, like all of those problems like cumulatively going under $50,000, we would be giving a refund. Okay, and on cherry on top is that we would be adding these $1,500 if they only get a bill from us. Okay, so if you are getting a diagnosis, a complete diagnosis. So first of all, it is not for the beginners, the beginner level businesses. This is basically for B2B services, businesses, and B2B service business owners, the ones who are actually making good revenue, the one who have a great credibility among the public, but their website is having the leaks. So if that's why we promise that if you couldn't find leaks that are costing you the damage of $50,000, then we would be giving you your $1,500 back. But let's say we found all of those gaps, and the gaps are equivalent to $50,000 or more, then we give a simple offer, is that if you get a bill from us, then we are going to add this $1,500 into the billed amount. Okay, so it means technically your diagnosis is going to be free. Okay, this is what we can do for you. And if not, then we take that $1,500, you take the diagnosis. If you already have an internal team, if you want to go for another agency, you can go for anyone. But the thing is that we know how to do the work, because we cumulatively have around 30 years of web experience. Okay, so from knowing how the user flow and UX strategy works, how user read the things, what are the focus point, what is the entire hierarchy that human eye follows in order to have the one thing that we all always look for, that is clarity. The one thing that I have learned along with the time is that website doesn't get you the client. It is not a client machine. It is not a client machine. It is something that can help your business potentially to get the clients, but this is not the core reason. Yeah, it can do that, but it is not the core function of a website. The website is just a simple page that is there for clarity. The word clarity, it just seems so much easy. We throw it up here and there. I'm yapping again. The word clarity is so much. We've been throwing up the word clarity, clarity and this and that, but the word clarity actually has deeper meanings. When you have clarity in your life, then you are within the peace. No matter if you are facing problems, if you have clarity, then you can actually have peace in your life. And that's what I have learned. If someone comes on your website, if you have intent, goal, and outcome, and that page just really does that and provides that much clarity to the visitors, to the intentful buyers, the one who really want to buy, not 80% of the skimmers, the 20% of the buyers, because 20% brings out 80% of your revenue. You have to remember 80-20 rule. So if your website does that, I think that's the best you can have. And cherry on top is that it builds your reputation, it gets you money, like by getting in the clients, no, by giving actually the clarity to clients and the CDA, then the client gets over to you, and then people buy from people, right? You have to remember this, that people buy from the people they know, like, and trust, and that's how we gonna build the Selvinx from now ahead. And with that being said, stay tuned on my Instagram, on my LinkedIn, with each and every work we are doing and building along the way. With that being said, may your day be as bright as your smile. Peace out.